Hey everyone. Ooh, we are going to talk about Mars being in Leo. Finally, I know that some of you guys may have heard me talk about, Mars and it being in Cancer, right? And how that has affected many of us, whether we, consciously or, whether it was subconscious or consciously felt it or understood that. Mars being in Cancer is very challenging when it comes to action. Okay, especially action when it comes, based off of emotions and, but Mars being in Leo is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing because Mars is, aggression, masculinity, it's fire, right? It's the god of war. And then you have Leo that is, also can be a bit aggressive, but it's very fiery, just like Mars, right? Very proactive, but confident and confident from the heart, right? So if there's anything that you guys can, anyone, any place, anything that you guys can think of that is near and dear to your heart, what is some action that you can take towards those things at this time? Because I believe that Mars is going to be in Leo until June 17th. You don't have to quote me on that. Definitely check it out. Check it out for yourself on your calendar, on your astrological calendars if you guys have one. But what we're gonna talk about Mars and Leo. Again, these messages are not gonna be long. I'm just gonna pull, a couple of oracle messages and pull some tarot just to kind of, give you guys some pointers for each zodiac sign. I'm just giving you guys some pointers on how you guys can utilize this energy to your benefit while Mars is in Leo, because that makes the springtime. The springtime is going to be so beautiful, guys. It's going to be so beautiful before the summer hits. Please take advantage of these energies. Now, we are going to read for the sign of Taurus because Taurus season is almost upon us. I know that people believe that Taurus season for some reason starts on the 19th. I feel like Taurus season just started. Today is the 21st here in my neck of the woods. So Taurus season is just barely starting. Okay. It's the sun's finally rising on Taurus season. So with, between today and the next 2 days by the 23rd, we will be in Taurus season. Okay. So we're going to start off with Taurus. And Taurus, this is for your sun, moon, and rising placements. Check your rising and or your moon sign for deeper resonance. We are going to go ahead and pull couple oracle messages for advice and just how you can utilize this energy to your benefit on a day-to-day basis. This is like every day, or you can even just utilize this Monday through Friday. Okay, for Taurus, ancestors of light, messengers of light for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs. May these messages touch their hearts and resonate with them in some way, shape, or form for anyone who watches these videos. Let's see, Taurus. What can you do this springtime while Mars is in Leo? What can you do while Mars is in Leo? How can you utilize those energies to your benefit? And this is like, again, anything that you can think of or anyone that you can think of that you want to make action towards. This can be like a job, this can be a project, this can be a money situation, something that you want to really improve. If it's a relationship that you really, really want to improve, you and your partner, or a friendship that you really want to improve, if you can like maybe get together with your friends and maybe do something that's really proactive, maybe working out together, running, jogging together, hiking together, holding each other accountable for, healthy eating or, the lack thereof. There can be a lot of things that you can do to utilize this energy. Okay, Taurus. So let's go ahead and see. Happy birthday, Taurus, as well. Taurus, sun and rising signs. What do we have for them for how they can utilize Mars and Leo energy, ancestors? During this springtime, Mars in Leo, how can Taurus, sun, moon, rising signs utilize this Mars and Leo energy for this springtime? Let's see, y'all. Okay, so you have the card that says just this. Just this. And it says meditation and mindfulness invites us to be radically honest about what is happening inside of us. And that invitation can be as challenging as it is beautiful. One of the best ways to encourage this sense of inner honesty is the practice of just this. Use this simple phrase to turn your attention towards whatever is happening in the present moment and meet that experience with acknowledgement, allowing, and acceptance. You can even turn it into a bit of a mantra to carry you through your daily life. So you guys can definitely use this as a mantra or as an affirmation. You can just say this every single day. So Taurus, this is a good time for you to, as you move towards what you want, don't be so caught up in what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next month, how am I going to do this, how am I going to meet this goal. It's not about necessarily how you're going to get there. It's the day by day journey, or not even day by day, it's the moment by moment. This is moment to moment, you guys. Let it go. Bottom of the deck, you have let it go, beautiful yellow color. So definitely take it moment by moment. Do not hold on to anything that anybody says that gets on your nerves in a moment. Like, if it's something that you can address in that moment, address it and say, hey, I don't really appreciate that. Or, can you explain to me what you mean by that? But at the same time, Taurus, please do not take anything that any type of insult, any kind of weird communication, don't take it to heart. Don't carry it with you throughout the day. Whatever you can control and whatever you can focus on for your own growth within every present moment, focus on that, whether it be listening to a piece of music, whether it be cooking a meal or making a snack, making yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, pouring a glass of water, whatever, going shopping, whatever it is that you can focus on. If there's anybody who's saying, well, tomorrow, we need to get this done tomorrow, it's like, you'll get to that tomorrow. I think the best thing for you to do, Taurus, during Mars and Leo, have a planner, have a journal, write down what you need to get done in the future and leave it there. Okay. So that way, when the day comes or that time comes, whatever that time of day or time of month is, you can then focus on that thing. But if that thing is written to be focused on tomorrow or the next week or the next month, don't focus on it until then. Does that make sense? Excuse me, guys. And I kind of feel like some of you guys, Taurus, you don't really have a hard time doing that. I feel like just your energy as an essence, I don't feel like you guys really have a hard time doing that. Just kind of living in the moment. But if you do, again, depending on what's in your moon or your rising sign, some of you guys who are watching this, you may not be Taurus sun signs. I don't know. That might not come as easy, to just live in the moment and just focus on each moment. Because I know people say take it day by day. Sometimes you just got to take it hour by hour. Just whatever's in the moment, or every 5 minutes. Whatever it is that you can focus on for your highest good, or whatever needs to get done in that moment, just get it done. And then whatever you plan on getting done later, just write it down for later, put the time, put the date, and just leave it and just be like, I'm gonna get to it set an alarm. Definitely set an alarm, you guys, if you need to. It just depends on what it is you need to do. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Mars and Leo transit. All right. Your answer can be no. Okay. Your answer can be no. Calming the chaos means saying no to things that are not a priority for you in the moment. Like guys, I cannot make this up. This card, it literally says exactly what I was saying based on what the first card said. And especially the bottom of the deck that said let go. Whatever is not serving you in the moment, Taurus, during this Mars and Leo transit, just during this entire spring equinox before the summertime hits, all the way up until the last day of spring, guys, you don't always have to say yes. Just because someone says, hey, even if it's at work, if someone says, hey, we really need to, we have this deadline, or we have this, we have that, we need to hurry up. It's like, hey, no, I'm not dealing with that right now. If you have something at work and maybe you have a manager, or you have somebody, or maybe it's at home, maybe you have family members that are constantly telling you, like, remember this, remember that, remember, you got to get this done. Hey, have you worked on this yet? Because we need to have, it's like, no, I'm working on what needs to be worked on right now. When it's time for me to work on that other thing, I will work on that. It's okay to say no, you guys. Because some people, like, we live in a world where it's just constantly changing, right? It's just go, go, go. You finish one thing, now it's on to the next thing that you need to finish or the next thing that you need to focus on. Sometimes you just need to say no and say, I already finished what I needed to finish. I'm going home, right? I'm out of here. It's totally fine. It's totally fine to do that. Pet your stress away, bottom of the deck. Okay. Spend time with an animal. Spending time with an animal can lower stress and promote the release of hormones that make you feel happy. So some of you guys, maybe you need to get an emotional support animal. Maybe during this Mars and Leo transit, you might actually decide to get an emotional support animal, or you might actually decide to adopt an animal, or two or three or four. I don't know. Others of you, maybe you already have a pet, and you just, this Mars and Leo transit will be really beneficial for you to really spend time with your animals. Do something new with them. Take them out, take them, maybe take them with you to places if you're able to. If you can take them to work, bring them to work if that's feasible, if that's something you can do. Take them to a cafe. If you normally don't bring your pets places, maybe try to get some little bags that you can, depending on how big they are, just kind of prepare to bring your pets places. Okay, bring your fur babies places. That would also benefit you as well, especially if you're looking for companionship of any kind, but you're not really trying to like spend time with people. Whatever it is, you might find some really good companionship with an animal. Okay. Maybe getting a job uh, where you're taking care of animals. That may also help you as well. Could be a side gig, could be part-time, could be full-time. I don't know. And one more oracle message, and then we'll jump into the tarot, y'all. Oops. One more. One of them fell out, so we're going to look at that in a second. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Let's go ahead and see what card fell out while I was shuffling for Taurus. First, a card that came out is Mercury. Okay, that's the planet of communication. That's Virgo energy. Okay, Virgo energy. I can't remember who else falls under Mercury. Is it Gemini? I can't remember. But communication, correspondence, and expression. So during this Mars and Leo transit, please make sure that you're, being aware of how you're communicating, Taurus. Also, pay attention to how you communicate, because if you're really, really stressed out because of what other people are having you do or the responsibilities that you have, you might really need to pay attention to that and realize, okay, I think I'm just putting too much on myself. I'm being too hard on myself. I need to slow down. Some of you guys need to breathe before you talk. Maybe you're talking too fast because of the amount of work that you're doing. You're just in a go, go, go type of mentality. And then we have Aries. Okay, there's Mars. There you go. We have Mercury and Mars here. Trailblazing, innovative, fearless. So if you want to keep up this trailblazing energy, if you want to be innovative, if you're trying to keep up this fearless mentality, right? You're trying to stay motivated, Taurus. Make sure you're expressing your needs. Make sure that you're communicating honestly, right? Mercury's finally out of retrograde, thank goodness. Bottom of the deck, we have the ninth house, philosophy, spirituality, and knowledge. So yeah, go to school, you guys. Go find a spiritual teacher. Maybe talk to a tarot reader. Talk to a shaman, a priest, a priestess, what have you, a pastor, a minister, anybody who is spiritually inclined, truly connected to spirit. Probably want to talk to them, during this Mars and Leo transit during the springtime. Okay, very, very, very important. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards for you guys, and we're going to conclude your reading, Taurus. Enjoy your season while it's here, or when it gets here in the next 24 hours. Just enjoy it. Take time for yourself, especially if it's during your birthday season. Okay, even if it's like, if you're a Taurus moon, okay, I don't know if we're having a Taurus moon this season, but whenever a Taurus moon comes around during the springtime, celebrate. Okay. Celebrate your Taurus moon day. Okay. Your birth moon day. If you're a Taurus rising, celebrate that. If you're a Taurus sun sign, celebrate your birthday. This is a time where you need to say no during your birthday season for sure, especially. Okay, let's go ahead and see. We're going to go ahead and pull 3 tarot messages, and then we're going to clarify them really quickly for Taurus, sun, moon, rising signs, ancestors, for this Mars and Leo transit during this springtime. Yep, you have the 4 of Pentacles, so death, transformation, rebirth, growth. I don't know why it's not focusing, but definitely take this time, Taurus, to let go of what's no longer serving you in any given moment. This is not necessarily like a big, like, let go of what's not serving you and it has to be so big and grand and you got to break up with somebody or have a divorce or quit a job. It's not necessarily that. It's any given time. If somebody's energy is just not in sync with yours, if you don't feel like answering the phone, if you're have a day off and your job is calling you for whatever reason, put your phone on do not disturb. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. If there's anybody rushing you to do anything after all of the work that you've done and you're just like, I've done my job, I'm leaving it there, I'm walking away, everybody else can figure it out for themselves, right? You just have to just kind of stick with that. Queen of Pentacles, like I said, walk away from it. You've done enough. You've done enough. For those of you who have children, Capricorn energy. For those of you who have children, or maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, a stay-at-home mom, whatever, or maybe you just do a lot of work around the house, or you have a family where you're constantly doing a lot of work around the house. Maybe you want to renovate your house, you want to paint a wall or paint a room or something like that. Whatever it is that you want to do that. Do something in your home that actually makes you happy. Wear really nice clothing. You know what I mean? Spend your money on things that actually matter. Okay. If you find yourself spending your money on things that don't make you happy, or, food that doesn't make your body happy, you might want to change that up. Okay. Because seeing these pentacles, I always remind people, with the pentacles, it's not always with money. It's also with your health, your physical health. So whatever it is that you're still eating, whatever you're still drinking, whatever it is that you're treating yourself to that is not good for your body, and you know what I'm talking about, Taurus, whatever it is that you're eating too much of, you need to stop eating it so much, or just completely cut it out of your diet. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's at the top of the, she's at the top of her health. She's on the top level of her health. She doesn't play with her health. The King and the Queen of Pentacles, they take care of their health. They don't play around with that. Then we have the Queen of Cups, also taking care of your emotions during this time. Take care of your emotions at this time, Taurus. Fill your cup up. Connect with your feminine energy. Okay, when I say that, that just means whether you're male or female, that just means take care of yourself. Eat good foods that are good for your body. Do a facial. Wear, makeup that's actually going to feed your skin. Do something nice with your hair, right? Wear nice clothing. Take care of your skin. Take care of your teeth. Take care of your gut health. Whatever it is that you need to take care of, go, just make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, it is it's not it's fulfilling you, but also making you feel full. You feel well fed mentally, emotionally, and physically during this springtime. This is how you are going to attract success in your life. Okay, bottom of the deck, like I said, this is Capricorn energy. This is the devil. Indulge, definitely, Taurus, especially during your birthday season. Indulge. However, do not overindulge. Do not overdo it. Do not allow yourself to be overworked by anyone, especially if this is a sexual relationship or romantic partnership. If there's somebody who's having you do all the work and it's always like 90, 90-10, or 80-20, 70-30, it's never like both people doing 100% and doing the best that they can. You might want to take a break. Okay, you might want to let this person know, I need you to do a little bit more, because I'm overworked, right? And this can also be at work as well. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these cards, y'all. I didn't want this reading to go this long, but here we are. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups, clarifying the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, whatever is not serving you, pour it out. Whatever you're not supposed to be eating or drinking, pour it out, throw it in the trash. You should not be eating it. You shouldn't even be spending your money on it either way. You shouldn't be spending your money on it anyway. Okay? If it's not good for your body, if it's not feeding your mind and your heart, if it's a relationship, whatever it is, if you're spending money on somebody or spending money on any item that's not making you feel happy and you're just spending money this springtime just to try to fill a hole in your heart, no. If you're going to buy something, make sure you save that. If it's something that you really want and you know it's going to add to your life, whatever it is, a big purchase, little purchase, if it's something that you want to add to your house that's going to benefit you and your family or your household or your pet, buy it. But don't buy something just because it's like, oh, I feel bored or I'm just feeling sad today, so I'm just going to go buy stuff. No, don't do that this springtime, Taurus. I'm just telling y'all. Hanged Man. I don't know why I keep showing it here, but here's the Hanged Man. So yeah, having a new, change in perspective. Okay. Also, I see this Hanged Man. You see how this woman is giving them water. Sometimes you need to be the one to just kind of hang out instead of being the one doing everything. You need to kind of hang out and see who's actually going to step forward and be like, Taurus, what do you need? You be surprised, Taurus, who actually is going to step forward, and you be surprised who's not. Okay. So if you realize that you are in a relationship or you're in a job situation where you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to pull my energy back real quick. I'm just going to sit back and just see. I'm going to see who actually steps forward and actually shows me that I'm worth their time as much as I'm showing them, right? You might be surprised who actually steps forward. You have Aries. This is the Emperor clarifying the Queen of Cups. So y'all, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, Taurus. So take charge. Take charge of your emotions. Take charge of what you want here. Do not settle for less. Say no, right? Heal your wounds with Three of Swords here. Heal your wounds. If there's anybody who has hurt you, pick yourself up, Taurus. Don't be stuck in the past with these people. Whoever has hurt you this bad, they're not worth your time. You may have a Cancer or a Scorpio who hurt you, or somebody with strong water in their chart. Aquarius is here to help you with the Star card. So that, again, indulge. Heal yourself. Dip yourself into those healing waters. Nobody else needs to be around for this. You don't need other people to do this. You can do this on your own. Not everybody needs to be involved in what you're doing. I also feel like you need to kind of put your phone, like you need to be more private on social media or something like that, just for a while. Maybe until, this springtime ends, and then kind of maybe just take a hiatus, right? So anyway, much love and light to all of you, Taurus. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you guys have an amazing springtime and an amazing Mars in Leo transit. Bye, y'all.